This last video is about humor. I'm convinced things work better when we have the sense of humor, when we can laugh together. And in the end, there are many opportunities to do that. Look at this one, for example. It's sometimes I receive a message from Amazon and they suggest me to buy my own books. They have good sense of humor. Or another example, again a pyramid. Why a pyramid? I think you saw the pyramid 3 times just during this one, because there is a quote I like, is this one. The shape of the pyramid shows that long time ago people tend to work less and less. And of course it just makes us laugh. And it's so useful, it's so good to organize some kind of humor in companies. But there is a but. Don't confuse humor and irony. You remember what I said about innovation is not creativity and comfort is not luxury? Exactly the point here. Ethics is not morality. Exactly the same here. Humor and irony are different. They both cause a kind of laughing, definitely, but completely different. Irony is a weapon, Sometimes used for good purpose, like Socrates. He built everything on irony. It was a weapon, sometimes for less good purpose. But irony is a weapon. Don't use irony. Humor, on the contrary, gathers people, puts people together, creates good atmosphere, and humor is highly recommended to work better, simply. And in the set of humor possibilities, one to me is a jewel. It's called the joke. The joke. Joke, of course, they can be used just to set an atmosphere, but much more than that. Wittgenstein once said it's possible to write the entire philosophy only using jokes. So I'm not sure the whole MOOC could be built on jokes, but very often a joke can help. A joke is like a jewel. It shows in the end the difference between a man and a machine. Let's take one. So it's the journalist who go for an interview, the general of the army. So he comes say, "Good morning, General. Is it true there is a problem with cocaine in the army?" And the general answers, no, everybody has. So, of course, it's not exactly the answer you expect. But thanks to the joke, you're just like a reminder of, quote, ambiguity. You have seen throughout the MOOC how ambiguity is important. In the word problem, in first instance, it's like too much, at least for cocaine. But sometimes problem is to have too little, too few. And so this joke is just like a reminder of how important ambiguity, if you can manage the process, is. And jokes, in the end, can be used for any kind of philosophical issue. I spoke a lot about induction. Remember induction? And this story is a philosopher is asked by somebody, what do you think about Canadians? And he answers, I'm sorry, I don't know all of them. It's very short, but it's so powerful. We think about Canadians of Canada, even if we don't know everything. And another one about induction is a philosopher walks in the countryside with his wife, and suddenly the wife said, "Look, there is a flock of sheep there." And the philosopher said, "Yes." And the wife said, "They're just being shorn." And the philosopher answered, "Yes, this side." Of course, how do you know the other side of the sheep is shorn as well? You don't know, and it's a joke, a reminder, beware induction. We will judge, we will build stereotypes, judgment theories on something we cannot see completely. And not only induction can be explained through jokes, other things like logic. So is the father, he's just father, his baby is just newborn, so he comes back and everybody say, hey, congratulations, is this a boy or a girl? And he answers, yes. Of course, not exactly the answer you expect, but in a pure logical way, this is exactly a logical answer. One more about the essence. You remember I spoke about the essence at the beginning of this lecture, the essence of the bike, and the story of two people they meet here. One guy told the other, oh, what a good singer. And the other guy answered, say, if I had his voice, I would be as good as him. So exactly, that's the best way to explain what's the essence. If you remove the voice, you lose the singer. Now, what should we conclude out of this? Nothing. So I'm going to leave you with a very last joke. It's more private, more personal. As you probably know, I graduated twice, a long time ago in mathematics and 20 years ago in philosophy. And when I had my second degree, a friend of mine sent me this joke. It's, what's in the end the difference between a mathematician and a philosopher? And the answer is, in the end, they don't need much to work. None of them. What does need a mathematician? He needs a paper, a pen, and a basket to throw when he has a problem, when it's a dead end with this. And a philosopher even doesn't need a basket. Bye-bye.